Hi, I'm Dr. Joe DeMarco, chiropractor and owner of OcraMed Health, and today's video is on band exercises. Now, bands are a great way to work out, whether you're just a person who loves to do calisthenics and you want to add some resistance to your workout, you can use some bands. Or if you're just a weightlifter and for some reason you can't get to the gym that day, what are you going to do? You're going to take the day off? You better not take that day off. You can do some band work at home. And I'm going to show you a 5-part series to keep the blood flowing and the muscles growing at home with a circuit type of workout where we're going to hit in 5 parts all 5 major muscle groups: chest, shoulders, back, arms, and legs. This is a great way. We're going to keep the reps up high, probably in the 20 rep range on each exercise, and we're going to just hit one exercise into the other, into the next, and we're basically going to get a great workout in a short period of time, and we're going to feel great. So here we go. Okay, part 1 is our shoulder circuit: shoulder presses, lateral raises, and Y pulls. So I'm starting off here with the shoulder press. I'm actually sitting on the band to provide the resistance. I'm going to do 20 repetitions of the shoulder presses, trying to keep my back nice and straight, my head neutral. And we're going to move from one exercise to the next with minimal to no rest. And that goes for the exercises here on the shoulder circuit, but even as we move into the different parts, we're going to try to do minimal to no rest in between all these exercises. So next is a lateral raise. I'm still sitting on the band, but I crisscrossed it now, and I'm performing lateral raises. And we're going to do 20 repetitions here. This is a great exercise for the deltoids. It also works some of the muscles of the upper back. 20 repetitions. Now, these bands come in different resistance, so you can use different bands for different exercises of this circuit. For simplicity's sake, I'm just using the same tension of the band for all my exercises, but you can switch out the bands as you go through these exercises if you feel like you need more resistance on a particular exercise. Now, this is our Y pull. This is a great rear delt exercise. Once again, I'm sitting on the band, but I crisscrossed it over my hips, and I'm pulling into a Y position. Once again, 20 repetitions. So we went 20, 20, and 20. And even though we're moving into the back circuit next, we're still going to try to move into the part 2, the back circuit, with very little or no rest at all. So here we go. We're going into the back circuit, which is part 2. And this is going to consist of bent over rows, standing rows, and straight arm pull downs. So I'm starting off with bent over rows. As you can see, I'm actually choking up on the band a little bit to get a little extra resistance. So instead of using the handles, I'm a little bit lower. Notice my back is in a nice, strong, flat position. The knees are bent, and my head is in a neutral position. That's very important. A lot of people do this exercise, and they look up, and they put their neck into a cervical extension. It's better to keep your head neutral during this exercise and really concentrate on squeezing. I'm going to move right into standing rows. This is a great back exercise. I actually have the band off of a doorknob, so it's easy enough to do. Just attach it onto a doorknob or any other part of the room that you can get it to about the level of about chest height. I'm really concentrating, as you can see here, on squeezing those shoulder blades back and pulling my elbows back. I'm really making a conscious effort to squeeze, and I'm going to get 20 repetitions here also. We're doing everything in sets of 20 to get a really great burn and pump through all our muscles. And as you can see here, we're back. I'm keeping the chest up, back is straight, head is once again in a neutral, safe position so we don't strain our neck. This is a great exercise, standing rows. Next, we're moving on to straight arm pull downs. This is a great exercise for your lats. I actually have the band on top of the door, so just make sure it's up there safely. If you have to, attach it, or use something else that you can drape the band over. But you want to be able to have your arms. I'm actually kneeling down so that this exercise works out in this position. But you can do it standing if you could attach the band onto a higher object. But I'm doing it kneeling, and I'm keeping my arms straight, and I'm pulling my hands down towards my thighs and really squeezing those lats. This is a great exercise. Try to keep the core tight and strong. Now we're moving on to part 3, which is our leg circuit, squats, good mornings, and lunges. I'm standing on the band for the squats, and I'm just holding them up, holding my hands around up near my shoulders. And once again, 20 repetitions. As we squat, the back stays in a nice, strong, flat position. Keep the head neutral. Try to bring the hips and buttocks and thighs parallel to the floor. We're going to do 20 repetitions of back squats. This is a great, obviously, exercise for the lower body. And then from here, we're going to move on to an exercise that we call good mornings. We're actually going to keep the bands up near the shoulders, but now we're going to keep the legs straight, and we're going to bend forward at the hips to about 90 degrees and then come back up. From this next angle, you'll be able to see it a little bit better what we're doing here. I'm actually keeping the legs, just a slight bend in the knees. I'm sticking the buttocks out. I'm keeping the back flat, head neutral. And this is a great exercise for the muscles of the posterior chain, the erectors, the glutes, the hamstrings. This is actually a great exercise to do with a barbell in the gym, but you can mimic the good mornings with the band. So 20 repetitions of this exercise. And lastly, we move on to a lunge. I actually have the band under my lead foot, and I'm dropping down, as you can see here, from this angle into a lunge position. And I'm actually going to do 20 repetitions on, we're using my left leg right here, so I'm going to do 20 repetitions on that left leg. And then we're going to switch up the band, and we're going to work the right leg, 20 repetitions. So you'd be surprised with just doing band work. It might seem simple, but when you're doing sets of 20 with no rest, you'd be surprised how much of a burn you're going to get while you're performing this circuit. I noticed in particular when I was doing this band circuit for the legs, after I did the 20 squats, the 20 good mornings, and I moved into the 20 lunges on each leg, I had a pretty good burn going here to do this. So now part 4 is our chest circuit, chest press, incline press, and chest flies. So I'm showing here how I hook the band around my doorknob. And I'm going to bring the band out, and we're going to start with chest presses. And we're just going to press forward for 20 repetitions here. Now, if I look really serious during this video, it's because I'm actually in a lot of pain. I actually worked my chest, had a big, hard chest workout yesterday. So it was funny when I was filming this video and I had to do the chest circuit part. My chest was so sore from yesterday, so I'm probably looking like I'm not having any fun, and I'm actually not. My chest was killing me here. But anyways, 20 repetitions of chest press right here. And then we're going to go on to an incline press where we're going to continue this motion, but we're just going to angle the press upwards for more of an upper pec type of work. Now, you can't see it from the angle of this video, but actually, when I did the chest press, I had one leg forward to give me a little stability, and then when I moved on to the incline press, I actually switched up my legs, and I have my other leg forward. So I'm actually standing with one leg in front, almost in a semi-lunge position, just for stability's sake, to feel stable, and to be able to lean forward a little bit, get a little extra pressure and a little extra stress from the band. So I went 20 chest presses. We're moving into 20 incline presses here, and then the last, and once again I switched up my legs. And lastly, we're doing a set of 20 chest flies. Real important here, even though we're going with much wider grip here, try to do it in a nice controlled manner. You don't need a ton of resistance when you're doing this type of work. It's all about the squeezing of the muscles and the contraction. We're doing 20 repetitions here, so it's all about getting blood into the muscle, squeezing the muscle, and going for the pump here. And since we're taking little to no rest between all these different exercises, you're going to get your heart rate up. So we're getting a little bit of cardio work here, as well as strength training of our full body. And lastly, we're going to move on to part 5 of this circuit, which is for our arms. We're doing bicep curls, reverse grip curls, tricep kickbacks, and push downs. So once again, I'm standing on the band for my bicep curls. I'm keeping the chest up, the back flat, the head neutral. And it's real important here on our bicep curls, as I curl up, I'm supinating or turning the palms up towards the ceiling on my curls to get a really good contraction on my bicep. Notice I'm coming all the way down. Some people, when they do curls, they only go part way down. It's very important to get a full range of motion when we're doing bicep curls. And on the top, really concentrate on squeezing. Now we're doing some reverse grip curls here. So as you can see, my palms are facing down to the floor, but I'm maintaining the same exact posture as I was on my regular bicep curls. I have the back straight, the chest up, the head neutral, and I'm curling with a reverse grip. This is a great little variation of to get your work on your biceps. It also hits your brachioradialis. And here we're moving on to tricep kickbacks. So I'm standing on the band, almost in a bent over row position. The knees are slightly bent, the buttocks is out, the back is nice and flat, and once again the head is neutral. It's very important, once again, not to go into cervical extension here. And I'm really concentrating on squeezing the triceps during this motion, really concentrating on squeezing very hard on each repetition. And lastly, we're moving to push downs. Just find something up high that you can hook your band onto. I'm using the top of the doorway here, and I'm really concentrating, once again, 20 repetitions of squeezing out the triceps as hard as I can, nice and controlled fashion. I'm trying to keep the elbows in tight to my side, so we don't want to move the arms off the side. 20 repetitions.
All right, there you have it. Full body 5-part band circuit. Great way to stay in shape. If you're currently doing calisthenics and band work, add that into your routine periodically. As I said earlier, if you're a weightlifter and you can't make it to the gym, that's your workout for the day. It's also an excellent way to stay in shape on a vacation, business trip. Put the band in the suitcase. Why would you want to miss a workout? All right. If you're looking for a personalized exercise program that's going to build lean muscle without the bulk, you definitely want to go to my website, www.OcraMedHealth.com, where I will customize a program just for you. Also on my website, the mobility plan. You pick the body part, and I will send you a personalized video of how to perform fascia release and stretch the area to increase mobility. Also on my website, the accommodation avoidance system, my program on how to heavy weight train while avoiding training plateaus. If you're enjoying these videos, please subscribe to my channel, OcraMed Health on YouTube. Questions about exercises or injuries, just leave a comment in the comments section below. I always get back to everyone who writes in. And don't forget, OcraMed Health is here to keep you fit forever.